Welcome. Today we're diving into the 100 most commonly used words in daily English conversation. These words are the foundation of almost every sentence you'll hear us say. Whether you're just starting out or looking to brush up your skills, mastering these words will make your English sound more natural and fluent. We'll break them down into easy to understand categories so you can study and practice them effectively. Let's get started and see how these simple words can open up a world of communication for you. First up, we have the core connectors. These are pronouns and articles, words that point to people, things, and help connect sentences. Think of them as the glue that holds your ideas together. Words like I, you, he, she, it, we, and they are used to talk about people. Articles like the and introduce nouns. Mastering these will help you build clear and simple sentences, making your conversations flow smoothly. Personal pronouns are essential for everyday conversation. They replace names and make sentences less repetitive. For example, instead of saying John is happy because John got a gift, you say he is happy because he got a gift. The main personal pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. Using them correctly helps your speech sound natural and keeps your sentences clear. Object pronouns are used when someone or something receives an action. For example, in she called him, him is the object pronoun. The main object pronouns are me, him, her, us, and them. These words help you avoid repeating nouns and make your sentences smoother. Practice using them in different situations to improve your fluency. Possessive pronouns show ownership. For example, my book, your phone, or their house. These words help you talk about what belongs to whom. The main possessive pronouns are my, your, his, our, and their. Using them correctly makes your meaning clear and your sentences more precise. Demonstrative pronouns point to specific things or people. Words like this, that, these, and those help you show exactly what you're talking about. For example, this is my bag, or those are my friends. They make your speech more direct and help listeners understand you better. Question words help you ask for information. Words like who, which, and what are used to start questions. For example, who is that, or what time is it? These words are essential for everyday conversations and help you get the details you need. Indefinite pronouns like someone are used when you don't know exactly who or what you're talking about. For example, someone is at the door. These words are useful for general statements and everyday situations. Articles are small but powerful words. The is used for specific things while a and an are used for non-specific things. For example, the car means a specific car while a car means any car. Using articles correctly helps your sentences sound natural and clear. Next, let's look at essential verbs. These are action words that express basic actions, states, and needs. They are the backbone of English sentences. Words like is, am, are, was, and were describe states of being. Others like do, have, go, and get show actions. Mastering these verbs will help you talk about what you and others do every day. The be verbs am, is, are, was, were are used to describe states or conditions. For example, I am happy, or they were late. These verbs are used all the time in English and are essential for forming sentences about who you are, how you feel, or what something is like. Verbs like do, have, go, and get are used in many different ways. Do is used for actions, have for possession, go for movement, and get for obtaining things. For example, I do my homework, I have a car, I go to school, and I get a gift. These verbs are very common and useful in daily life. Make and take are two more essential verbs. Make is used for creating or building things like make a cake. Take is used for receiving or moving something like take a photo. These verbs help you describe actions clearly and accurately. See, know, and think are verbs that help you talk about senses and thoughts. For example, I see a bird, I know the answer, or I think it's good. These words are used to share what you notice, understand, or believe. Come and give are verbs used in many situations. Come means to move towards someone or something like come here. Give means to hand something to someone like give me the book. These verbs are simple but very useful for everyday communication. Look, want, and use are verbs that help you talk about seeing, desiring, or using things. For example, look at this, I want ice cream, or use this pen. These words are practical and come up often in daily conversations. Find, tell, and ask are verbs that help you discover, share, or request information. For example, find your keys, tell me the story, or ask a question. These verbs are important for getting and sharing information in conversations. Work and say are verbs you'll use all the time. Work means to do a job or task like I work at a bank. Say means to speak words like say hello. These verbs are basic but essential for talking about actions and communication. Feel and try are verbs that help you talk about emotions and attempts. For example, I feel happy, or try again. These words are important for expressing how you feel and encouraging others to make an effort. Leave, call, and need are verbs that describe actions you might do every day. Leave means to go away, call means to contact someone, and need means something is necessary. For example, leave the room, call your friend, or I need help. These verbs are very useful for daily life. Now let's talk about sentence glue, prepositions, and conjunctions. These words show time, direction, location, and link your ideas together. They help your sentences make sense and flow smoothly. Words like and, but, or, because, and so are used to connect ideas. Mastering these will make your English sound more natural and connected. And but and or are conjunctions that help you join ideas. And adds information but shows contrast and or gives choices. For example, I like tea and coffee, I want to go but I'm busy, or do you want tea or coffee? These words are used in almost every conversation. Because and so are used to explain reasons and results. For example, I'm tired because I worked late, or it's raining so I'll stay inside. These words help you explain why things happen and what happens next. If and when are words that help you talk about possibilities and times. If is used for conditions like if it rains, we'll stay home. When is used for specific times like when you arrive, call me. These words are useful for making plans and talking about the future. To, of, and in are prepositions that show direction, belonging, and location. For example, go to school, a piece of cake, or in the room. These small words are used all the time and are key to making your sentences clear. For on, with, at, and by are prepositions that help you talk about time, place, and how things are done. For example, for you, on the table, with friends, at home, and by car. These words are essential for describing situations and actions. From, up, and about are prepositions that help you describe movement and topics. For example, come from school, go up the stairs, or talk about sports. These words help you give more detail in your sentences. Into, over, and after are prepositions that show movement and time. For example, go into the room, jump over the fence, or after lunch. These words help you talk about where and when things happen. Before, under, out, and through are prepositions that help you talk about time, position, and movement. For example, before dinner, under the table, go out, or walk through the park. These words are useful for describing when and where things happen. Now let's move on to words that describe and help. Adjectives and adverbs add detail, describe amounts, or change the strength of a statement. They make your sentences more interesting and precise. Words like good, bad, new, old, and great help you describe things clearly. Good, bad, new, old, and great are adjectives that help you describe quality and age. For example, a good movie, a bad day, a new phone, an old friend, or a great idea. These words are used all the time to share your opinions and describe things. Big, small, high, long, and different are adjectives that help you talk about size, length, and differences. For example, a big house, a small dog, a high mountain, a long road, or a different idea. These words help you give more detail in your descriptions. All, some, any, no, and other are words that help you talk about amounts and choices. For example, all students, some water, any questions, no problem, or other options. These words are useful for being specific or general in your conversations. Not very, just more, and also are adverbs that change the strength or meaning of a statement. For example, not easy, very good, just now, more time, or also important. These words help you express exactly what you mean. Now then, here, there, and only are words that help you talk about time and place. For example, do it now, back then, come here, go there, or only one. These words are used every day to give clear instructions and information. You might wonder why these 100 words are so important. They are the building blocks of English. With just these words, you can create hundreds of sentences and express almost any basic idea. Learning them gives you a strong foundation for speaking, listening, reading, and writing. The best way to master these words is to practice using them every day. Try making simple sentences with each word. The more you use them, the more natural they will feel. Practice with friends, write short stories, or even talk to yourself using these words. When you listen to English conversations, pay attention to how often these words are used. You'll notice they appear in almost every sentence. This will help you understand spoken English better and improve your listening skills. Using these common words will help you speak English more confidently. You won't have to search for complicated vocabulary. Instead, you can focus on expressing your ideas clearly and naturally. Confidence comes from practice and familiarity. With these 100 words, you can build many different sentences. Try combining pronouns, verbs, and prepositions to make your own examples. For instance, I am here, she goes to school, or they are with us. The possibilities are endless. Knowing these words will help you understand others better. When you hear someone speak, you'll recognize these common words and quickly get the meaning of their sentences. This is especially helpful in fast conversations. These words are not just for speaking and listening. You'll see them in books, emails, and messages. Using them in your writing will make your texts clear and easy to understand. Reading with these words will also help you improve your vocabulary. Reviewing these words regularly is key to remembering them. Go over the list, make flashcards, or quiz yourself. Repetition helps move these words from your short-term to long-term memory, making them easy to use whenever you need them. Once you're comfortable with these 100 words, start adding more to your vocabulary. The more words you know, the more you can say and understand. But always remember, these basic words are the core of English communication. Congratulations on learning about the 100 most common English words. These words are your toolkit for everyday communication. Keep practicing, stay curious, and enjoy your journey with English. With these words, you're well on your way to speaking and understanding English with confidence and ease.